Hello everyone, this is Enzo Eigen at the Alliance for Loki, and today we have the tech tier list. That's a lot of alliteration there. So for those of you who haven't seen this series before, this is a work in progress, meaning as I go through this video, I'm going to be ranking each of the characters. And then I also have these icons over here to the left to sort of help me give them some designations. So for instance, if we take Ultron, U is for utility, A is for attack, P is prestige, and D is defense. And so, say for instance, utility, I can give him sort of high, medium, or low utility. So, you know, he's good regen, so I'd probably put like at least medium utility, can evade, and so forth. And that gives me some context to use to sort of help reason why I'm ranking characters certain ways. And so let's just move Ultron back, and then let's get started with the ranking. And so in the tech class, I mean, there's one champion by far who shines above all others, and that's Ghost. And so Ghost is absolutely amazing. I mean, her attack is huge. I mean, her specials do crazy damage. Like, those guaranteed crits are unbelievable. You know, not only does she have great attack, but she has tremendous utility, some of the best utility in the game. She can shrug off almost any debuff, damaging debuff, and convert them to Furies for even more attack. She can tank special threes, which is incredible, and then she can also tank recoil, which is very unique amongst champions. And so she has incredibly high utility. Her prestige and defense really aren't too good. So it's really those other things, the attack and utility, that give her such a high ranking. So after Ghost, we sort of have the second tier. So she sort of takes the top tier, I think, all by herself. The second tier, there's a few champions. I would say Guillotine 2099, a relatively new champion. She's incredible, really good utility. She just has a lot of things that she can do. Power drain, regen, has the permanent armor up, can also has the digicloak in case she gets hit. It sort of then allows her to go invisible, which is incredible. Her attack is reasonable. I mean, nothing extraordinary. I don't know if I want to put it in the middle or the bottom. Let's sort of put it in the middle. The thing about her attack and why she's so valuable now, she doesn't crit. She places a degen on, so if they're debuff immune, it's not great, but especially in the new Alliance Wars with the control, it's been incredible. Defense, she's an okay defender. I might put her at the lowest level of defense. You know, I think reasonable defensive capabilities. A little bit annoying to fight. And then her prestige, I can't remember if she has good prestige or not. We'll give it a little low prestige. You know, her attack, it's sort of nebula. Not nebula, nebulous, I guess, because her attack can be really good if she finishes with an SP3 or she's able to build up her combos. Once she's above 100 hits, her combos do extra energy damage as scaled with it. So her attack can actually be moved up to here in some cases, depending on what combo she's at. So really cool champion. I think also in sort of this next level is Warlock. Again, incredible utility. Has the infections he puts on them, which shuts down their degen. I know it doesn't shut it down, but it can reverse their power gain too, which is amazing. He hits pretty hard. His SP2 hits really hard. Can do shock damage. He also has a little bit of regen. His prestige is fairly good. I think for tech it might be. Is it the highest? Maybe close to the highest. If not, he's actually a pretty good defender too. You know, again, reasonable as a defender, a little bit annoying to fight. Again, he's a control champion, so that makes him good in the newest version of Alliance War. Okay, and anyone else deserve to be in this second tier? It's hard to say. I really feel like this is sort of an interesting class, and there's very distinctive tiers. Just as I'm looking through the characters, I mean, you know, I could think about Sentinel, Vision, Spider-Man. I sort of feel like I want to put them one down, though. I don't think they're quite as good as these top two. Maybe I'll move them up, but let's just keep on going through all this and think about it. So in this next tier, I'm going to put in Sentinel. So Sentinel just has a lot of utility, does a lot of things good, incredible against mutants, decent attack. And, you know, he's okay as a defender. You know, again, he builds up those analysis charges as a defender, meaning that, you know, once they get to 100, then they don't crit anymore, and it's really sort of hard to deal a lot of damage on him, so he can be really annoying to fight. So that's really cool. Stark Spider-Man, I think, is incredible. You know, he can have incredible attack, build up his prestige, and he'll start hitting really hard, really strong special too. I think his utility is really good as well, because he will he will shrug off, not shrug off, he can auto evade projectile attacks, which is pretty rare in this game. You know, as a defender, he's okay, like all spider people. You know, he can evade and be a little bit annoying to fight, so I think he's all around a good champion. Also has some power drain too, which is pretty interesting too, as part of his utility. I'm definitely going to put Vision in this group here. I think Vision, again, incredible utility because he has such a good power control. You know, he gains bar and a half of power with Max Sig right off at the start of the fight, and then can power drain with his SP1, SP2. Other things, it's a little bit annoying as a defender just because of his power gain, and it can make him pretty strong because he can get to his SP3 pretty easily, or if you're not playing carefully. Doesn't have very good attack or prestige, so we'll sort of keep those icons off. Iron Man Infinity War, I mean, he can be a great defender, especially now in the Flow Wars, and so I probably would give him one of the top defender marks right now in the game. His prestige is okay, not great, but I think as far as tech goes, it's pretty reasonable. His attack is okay. Has a lot of different ways he can attack. Especially you can get, well, I think it's plasma. You can put that on an opponent. His utility is okay too. A lot of different things he does. Has the auto block, of course, which actually helps his defensive ability. I think it's either below 18 or 15%. I can't quite remember. So he's a really good character. I also think Mysterio belongs in this. Of course, I have a lot of love for Mysterio because I played with him all Alliance War season. You know, he can ramp up and have pretty good attack, especially after he loads his SP3. Has good utility, does a lot of different types of attack. His prestige is okay. As a defender, he can be okay too because, you know, his different specials have sort of a different ability, and they each can be a little challenging to deal with. Like the SP1, you get this reflecting damage, which if you aren't paying attention can really hurt you. And he has the SP2, which makes him sort of in a ghost phase. Trying to think, Star-Lord I'm thinking about, Dark Hulk, but I don't think they're quite in the categories of these two. Could almost put Dark Hulk up there. I don't think the other Vision is either. Star-Lord, I feel like sort of for old time's sake I almost want to put him up here, but that's not really a good reason to do it, so we won't. Okay, let's just do a little moving around here and bring these down, and so get these there, and then put these down a little bit, and now we have sort of the fourth tier. So let's just start placing characters in here. I definitely see Star-Lord in here. You know, still when you build up his combo, incredible damage. Nebula, I'd say I'd put this Vision in here. I don't think he's quite as good as the other Vision, but still has lots of the same utility. Dark Hulk, I would put it in here. Hulkbuster's a little hard just because we haven't really seen him with his buff, so I'm going to leave him out for now. I think Doc Ock could be in here. I think Punisher 29.9, maybe just as a defender, could be up here. The two Ultrons, I love Ultron. I think he's an amazing character, but I guess I wouldn't put him up here. Goblin, Red Skull, no one else is really moving up for me. So I think that's sort of the next level. And let's see, I think we're sort of at the last bit here, and so this is our bottom level, and I don't know if I really would distinguish between this last level. I think I'd sort of put all of these together in one group here, like all the Iron Men. Oh, I forgot Superior Iron Man, but he's basically just another Iron Man. Nothing too much different than him. Yondu can be alright as a defender. Vulture, he's interesting, but doesn't get much play. Howard the Duck, he's like my least favorite champion, mostly because of the noises he makes. Rockets, lots of people like Rocket, but he's not that good. Let's see, Iron Patriot, Civil Warrior, Hulkbuster, we'll see with Hulkbuster. Kang's actually really fun, to be honest. He has a nice power drain off his SP2, but again, I couldn't justify putting him up to the next level. I almost want to put up one Ultron up. I think he's okay defender, has some okay utility. This is sort of a stretch, but okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to add him up there just to put him into that next level. I think he can be really good, and he has enough utility, especially with that double regen, the evade, that helps him a lot. So So I think this is going to be the tier list. Yeah, pretty interesting exercise. It's funny how I think this class, like compared to the skill, we have a lot of champions who are very, very similar and the same. I feel like this is very distinctive in the rankings. Like, I mean, again, I don't think anyone would argue about Ghost. I think she definitely is the most powerful champion in the tech class and maybe in the game. Guillotine and Warlock, I just feel like they're really a next level above. The third level is pretty cool. I love all the champions in here. I think they have a lot of use in the game. I think they're definitely worth playing and can be used in a variety of situations. The next level are characters that have some use in the game. Like they definitely, you can play them. Like Darkhawk is really good against that Omega Red in the Alliance Quest map 7 boss because he has a huge heal block on him. I think all these characters give you something. And then the bottom list, and sort of again put all these in one group, are all like again characters you can have fun playing and are enjoyable, but don't really see people using them anywhere or them having too much relevance in the game other than of course just being characters that are fun to have and you can play. And so there you have it. This is the tech tier list, and I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, I look forward to your comments. I'm always excited to see what people have to say about their ideas with the rankings. And yeah, this is the part 5, so we have one left, and it's Cosmic. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you next video. This is Enzo Eigen of the Alliance for Loki, wishing you a good day. Buongiorno.